On the last episode.
This downtime is killing me.
Do you need medical attention, sir?
Say, you look like an athletic kid. If you can bring back the championship prize from the hoverboard races in Blackwater City, I'll make you my next star.
That should just about do it. Not so fast, Lieutenant. Just because we don't need any more trees doesn't mean they should have them. Destroy everything.
Sweet! You sure showed him.
Then you need to know about BTS, Vlog Tactical Research Station.
Now we're talking. Did you see all the cool gadgets they're making? Let's go get some.
No.
Sure. We need to find Quark. Although when we find him, wouldn't it be nice to be able to tell him where Chairman Drek is?
I suppose. I am unsure about your logic.
Ah, you think too much. Come on, let's go.
We've just learned that Captain Quark will be presenting the grand prize at the Intergalactic Hoverboard Championship. In related news, this planet has recently been suffering from an infestation of strange amoeboid creatures. Darla Gratch, Channel 2 News.
And so it continues. Did you see that? The hoverboard races. Wow. Oh, man. Now the cool thing about the suck can is that you can save the ammo for later, if you want. But one thing is that, like, if you try to take the ammo from the suck cannon and, like, you leave the planet and enter another planet, then all your ammo just disappears from the suck cannon. Which is, I mean, it's a little dumb, but it's not like a big deal. But it's just another thing that makes this weapon, like, miss the potential it could have had, you know what I mean? We're about to hit 20,000. Yeah, the bomb glove is pretty good for these guys. Yeah, that's another, like, random thing about this weapon, is that it can't suck up enemies that are on the ceiling for whatever reason. Usually I can hit this guy. I will say, it's kind of nice not having to talk so much, like having to read text boxes, and I think I like it. All the cutscenes are voice acts, so I don't have to, like, you know, I could just sit back and, you know, relax, play the game. I sure hope you guys don't mind me not having to talk all the time throughout the videos. I kind of figured that, you know, that you guys might just want to put on the videos and just, you know, listen to them and watch the game anyway. Alright, so now we get our first boss fight in the game. They're pretty simple. As you can see. There's a skill point that you can get here, by the way. You have to defeat this boss using only the wrench. It's not impossible. The guy does have the counter hit thing, but it's really not that bad. You can just, the way you do it is you just do this, and it gives you just enough, usually gives you just enough time to dodge, but I can't seem to do it right now. But that's essentially how you do it. You throw your wrench at maximum range, and then before he gets his hit off, you fly away using a long jump. I've done it before. I'm not going to do it, because again, thank God, I'm not doing 100% run of this game.
Thought I was a goner this time. Some nano-wit in genetics must have left the cages open again.
You could come down now.
Honestly, a gadget engineer deserves a bit more respect, if you ask me.
So, you are an inventor.
Gadget engineer. I create revolutionary devices for Executive Chairman Drek. For instance, Viola. My soon-to-be patented grind boots. Look, I need to get out of here so I can find a new job. How about I sell you these? At cost.
Sell? After we just saved your scrawny butt?
All right. I'll give you the employee discount, too.
Employee discount? You still want 2,000 bolts for them? Are you shitting me?
Well, thanks. I'm gonna get out of here while I still can.
Unfortunately, they are required to beat the game, so here we are. Alright, and now we are on the last and easiest part of the planet, thankfully. A Clank section, yay! This game is called Ratchet and Clank after all. But it's stuff like this that, like, you gotta love. Like, they really didn't have to put in a section where you play as Clank, but they did, you know? It's hard to describe just exactly, like, what small stuff like this means to a video game, because especially in, like, modern games, so many developers, they just don't care about stuff like this, you know? But it's this little stuff that really makes these games so good, man. Although I do say this, but unfortunately there's only this and one other section in the entire game in which you get to play as Clank, which, I mean, it's a little understandable, because already the game isn't, like, insanely long anyway. Like I said, there's only like 15 planets total if you include the starting planet that you can't return to, so... But it's stuff like this that you just don't see in modern games anymore. It's part of the reason why, like, this game has been my favorite game of all time, and it will continue to be for, like, the rest of time. Because there's just nothing that'll even come close to the kind of charm, the kind of attention, the kind of detail that the developers put into games like this. So we will have to return to this planet. I don't know if you noticed, but over there's a ton of blue armor crates. Which, how are we supposed to get to them? Because Clank has nothing that he can use to destroy those. There is an item we can get later on that allows us to come up here. And obviously there's a gold bolt up there, which we need to grab. And the reason why we're playing as Clank is because, you know, it's space. You can't really go out into space. The game kind of defies logic at some point, because you think you'd need, like, a spacesuit or something like that, but the real reason why they prevent Ratchet from coming into space is because there's no oxygen up there, and Ratchet needs oxygen to breathe, so we'll need to get an item later that gives us the ability to breathe oxygen while in space. So we get to come back here and destroy those blue crates and get, like, you know, 1,000, 2,000 bolts. It'll be nice. Yes, our next gadget. Pretty useless, honestly, all things considered. We use it in, like, 3 spots in the entire game, or something like that. You don't use the Hydra Displacer very much. But it is required to continue the game, so we have to get it.
I'm back,
So you are.
and I found this.
Hey, cool. It's a, what is it?
A hydro displacer.
Great. I always wanted one of those, I guess.
Even Ratchet's like, yay, how incredibly underwhelming. So this next planet is pretty important story-wise. It's gonna mark kind of the ending of all the tutorial planets. Not this planet in particular, but the next planet after this one. The difficulty starts to ramp up quite a bit. But this planet has one of the more important plot points. So far, it's been mostly just trying to develop the underlying basis of Ratchet and Clank. Most of the cutscenes have just been, you know, Clank being like, "Oh hey, let's go do this thing," and Clank's like, "Let's not, because we need to try and save the galaxy." Right. But this planet marks like the start of where we actually start to see some of the conflict arise, and just like how much pressure there actually is for these duo to try and stop Chairman Drek, which is pretty nice. It's pretty nice, I must say. We get to, you know, enjoy these characters and, you know, like fall in love with their characteristics and stuff like that. We get to see a little bit of the dynamic, the chemistry between Ratchet and Clank. I mean, again, they're not friends, but they're acting buddy because, you know, they're helping each other out. So the cool thing about the bomb glove is that it has area of effect damage, so it's able to defeat like big groups of enemies if they're standing beside each other. It's something that you won't be able to get from the blaster. Oh, and also you'll be able to see on this planet enemies that on purpose they will attack each other. So you see that green blob guy? Yeah, these enemies here, they'll attack each other. Which is, I mean, it's kind of neat. Again, something they didn't have to add to the game, but they did. Also, this planet is the return to 6 bolt crates. The last planet we were getting like 25 per crate, and now we're back to 6, which is... it is what it is. You son of a bitch. That's probably the worst thing about throwing your wrench, is that you're literally stuck until Ratchet grabs his wrench again. Makes him vulnerable for that little bit of extra range on his wrench. You suck.
Rhino for your robot. Trade you.
Well, okay.
Ratchet.
I'm kidding. Sorry, he's not for sale. What's a rhino anyway?
Rip ya a new one.
What did you just say to me?
R-Y-N-O. Rip ya a new one.
Why, that's the most powerful missile launcher in the galaxy. I know it's worth a lot of bolts. He must have stolen it from the Blarg.
Stolen? Look, trash can. Did I say's anything about it being hot? You better watch your mouth or I'll...
Wait, don't tell me. Rip you a new one.
Yeah, so remember how I was talking about the super ultimate mega weapon? There it is, the Rhino, 150,000 bolts. You might be looking at my bolts being like, oh, 24,000? You know, that's not bad. That's only 1/6 of the way there. But again, you have to keep in mind that there's like 15 planets in the entire game, including our starting one, and we've already been through like what, 6? So we're more than a third of the way through. We're not even 1/6 of the amount of bolts we need. So yeah, it's kind of rough trying to get this weapon on your first playthrough. But we're gonna try it anyways. I've never ever done it before, but I do think it is possible. It's gonna get like really hairy, especially on the later planets in the game, but I am definitely going to try my best to do it. Yeah, might as well just let these enemies kill each other. Why not, right? Damn, I was gonna say, those exterminator guys got pretty close to dying there. I've never actually seen them get so close to dying. Usually they end up killing all these the green creatures called the amoeboids. You bitch. God, it's so satisfying getting like a group of them together and throwing out a bomb glove and just killing all of them all at once. So satisfying. Luckily, this game gives you enough ammo crates that you pretty much never need to buy ammo. I think like the last planet in the entire game you do, because there's like absolutely 0 ammo crates throughout that, and there's just an absolute ass ton of enemies. But for the most part, you never have to buy ammo. Oh, you suck.
Welcome to the HoverCon Intergalactic Hoverboard Competition. Captain Quark's giving away a brand new Platinum Zoomerator to the winner of this competition.
A platinum zoomerator. Perhaps that will be the proof of your accomplishments that Skid's agent requires.
Wait, do you guys mean Skid McMarks?
Yeah, Skid couldn't make it, so we're here to, you know, fill in for him.
Guess we'll see about that.
Yes. Even in 2002, or whenever this game came out, I think it was 2002, they had jiggle physics, even back then, yes. Oh man. Can never cease to amaze me sometimes, these games. So I'm not really going to explain the hoverboard race too much. It's pretty straightforward. You basically want to hit these boost pads whenever you can. And again, there is crates in this game. And they do respawn every single lap, which is pretty huge, but they suffer with the same decrease in bolts that I was talking about before, where every time you destroy the same crate that respawns, you get less and less bolts until you're only getting 1 bolt per crate. So it might be worth to destroy these crates the first time around, but after you destroy them once, it's just not worth it to do it again, really. So you can also do tricks in this game, which I will try and show the next time I hit a good ramp. Tricks like this. And they don't show up right now because we don't have the Zoomerator yet, but once we get the Zoomerator, the tricks will... You get a bar that essentially is a boost bar, and whenever you do tricks and land it, you get boost to the boost bar. And essentially what the boost bar does is whenever you're not boosting, right now we are, but if we were to run out of our boost, you can hold down the boost bar and it'll give you boost, obviously. Also, landing tricks will give you points, and there's a skill point that you can get for getting a certain amount of points by the time you're done the race.
Hi folks, Captain Quark here. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce this year's HoverCon Intergalactic Champions. Let's give it up for newcomers,
Ratchet and Clank.
Hey, look, that's us.
Today's winners will take home a brand new professional-grade Model T15 Platinum Zoomerator. Manufactured by Gadgetron, this hoverboard drive delivers more lift, speed, and maneuverability than any other anti-grav device on the market. Well, folks, that's all the time we have. Tonight, remember to set your infobots to the Quark Classic channel for tonight's episode of Dogfight Over Death Canyon, starring yours truly. Thank you, and have a Quark-tastic day.